Hi everyone, my name is Timmy, and I want to say it's like a happy new year because this is my first video this year. Actually, on my way to work this morning, I was just thinking of how so many of us would have actually achieved financial freedom, and over time, and what has eroded us, what has actually prevented us. We can't undo what we have done before, but we can actually make it better. And because the same mistake that a lot of people have made in the past are still the same mistake they are still making now. And that's why I want to do this video. Uh, I've had reasons and causes to work in so many international organizations, and I've worked with people, and I've worked with people that are earning so well, and the moment they start earning well, their lifestyle changes. We call it lifestyle inflation. Like when you have a raise, or when you have a bonus, or when your salary increases and all that, then your lifestyle also changes. Probably you have to change your car, or you change your house, build a better house and all that. And gradually your expenses, they rise up to meet up your income. And it's been happening like that for years, and it's still happening. And that's why so many people find it very, very difficult to actually achieve financial freedom, because you see all these raises, all these bonuses, all this extra income that you are earning is for you to be able to boost up your investment so that you can achieve financial freedom. You can't work all your life. I was having conversation with some people this morning, and I was like, this is I was telling them the year I'm going to retire and all that, and they were like, you're not going to work till your retirement, you're being lazy. I'm like, you don't have to work till you're 71. I said, what will I do with the rest of my life if I work till I'm 60 something or 71? I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I said, I have my plans worked mapped out by the grace of God, and this is the time I want to retire and all that. And they are like, in their own mindset, they're just like, you have been lazy. But it doesn't always work like that. Retirement is not about the age, it's about the time you are actually ready, maybe to leave the active services and maybe move to other things that you have actually marked out for yourself and all that. So this money was just the lifestyle inflation that just kept coming, and that's what has been eroding people. You get a new job or better paying job, you want to change your house to a better house. It's not that you shouldn't, but at least a chunk of those raises and those increases should actually be funding your investment, things that will actually ease you off later in life. I was thinking this morning, I said, the best time to actually prepare for retirement is in your 20s or maybe your early 30s, because in your 20s you're still very young, and then you still have a lot of things to do. You have lesser things to do, lesser costs, to you don't have probably children that are into the university, or you don't have large expenses, and you still have energy to do all the things you want to do and all that, energy to explore and experiment. So your income should be challenging, but unfortunately it's the inverse. Is when people now get to their 40s and their 50s and they're thinking about retirement. But sincerely speaking, the best time for retirement is actually in your 20s and probably your 30s, because once you enter that 40, your children will go into the university. You have so many things that are coming on your plate, so many things that are demanding your time, your resources and all that. But for the fact that we couldn't do it in our 20s does not mean we should not do it. That means that the race you're supposed to run for like maybe 20 years, you now want to compress it and be running it for like 10 years and all that. I pray that God will continue to help us, but try and guide against lifestyle inflation. Try and guide against lifestyle inflation. As your income is increasing, as you are having raises, as you have other sources of income, channel it towards your investment, channel it towards things that will be bringing in cash flow for you. And when your cash flow that is now meeting up with the income that you are earning in your active work, then you know that you have achieved financial freedom, that you don't have to work before you survive or you eat. Now you have left the survival mode to actually a stage in which you can decide that I'm not going to work now, or I want to move to something else, I want to explore something else, and it will give you time. You don't have to think about, how will I pay my rent, or how will I pay my child's school fees, or how will I do this and all that. These things require sacrifice. There's nothing that comes easy. There's nobody that's had it easy, except maybe you have inherited one rich, you have inherited riches from maybe your grandparents or your parents. Everybody strives to achieve this kind of level if they're actually serious about their future. Thank you very much. Have a lovely weekend.